Wakana. I'm in.
Good. Let me know if you find something unusual.
I don't know about this, sir. Whole place looks surrounded by cops. Are you sure she's here?
The only way to find out is to see for yourself. Your sister is our last hope. She is the...
Yes, I know. She's the one. I feel like I haven't spent the past few years searching for her ass.
The only way we can win this war is by believing she's still here. You have to remember that.
Shit.
What is it?
I think I heard something. Could be an agent. I better go check this one out for myself. Cook for me.
Freeze! Police! Hands on your head. Do it. Do it now!
Lieutenant, you were given specific orders.
Hey, I'm just doing my job. You give me that jurisdiction crap, you can cram it up your ass.
The orders were for your protection.
I think we can handle one school idol. I sent 2 units. They're bringing her down now.
No, Lieutenant. Your men are already dead.
Wakana, they've traced the line. I'm fucked.
I know. They cut the hard line. There's no time. You're going to have to get to another exit.
God damn it.
You have to focus, Tamari. There's a phone near the school gates. You can make it.
Alright.
Go.
She got out. It doesn't matter. But at least we have the name of this sister she's looking for. The name is Natsumi, and we know where she's hiding. Issue a search warrant. Find her. No matter how many school idols we must kill to get to her. And bring this Natsumi to me.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful. The fire, it's so delightful.
Are you Natsumi?
Yes, I am Natsumi. Why?
I'm Tamari. I know a lot about you.
Okay, that's good to know. Look, if you're here for an autograph, then I think this is a bad time. I'm sorry. You see, I'm here to buy my friend a gift since Christmas is coming up real soon and the Nesso berries on eBay sold out. This is all I have left.
Not here for an autograph. And I'm not here to help you find your friend a gift.
Oh, well, that last one's kind of rude.
I'm here to warn you. We've been looking for you all our lives. You are in grave danger.
Okay. What do you mean by that? Who the hell are you? And what do you mean I'm in grave danger? Look, lady, I'm trying to shop for shit here, and if you don't step away right now, I'm gonna have to call the cops on you.
That's what I've been trying to warn you about. Those cops. They're watching you, Natsumi. You have to believe me, because I'm your sister.
I have a sister.
You do, and you always did. You have to listen to me. A darkness is coming. The end of school idols as we know it. And only you can prevent us from going extinct.
And how do you suppose I can do that?
He awaits you, Natsumi. He's looking for you. And I can take you to him if you want me to.
Very funny. You being my sister, the end of school idols, and a darkness coming? Yeah, I call bullshit on all of this. I don't know what your deal is, lady, but I suggest you seek professional help instead of going around grocery stores and rambling on about the apocalypse to random idiots like me. A good day, Tomari.
And where do you think you're going, Mr. Onitsuka?
I'm heading to the checkout. Who are you? Why do you look so stupid?
You dare to insult my appearance, Mr. Onitsuka?
Yeah? Do we have a problem here, pal? You with the crazy chick back there too?
Oh, I wouldn't really associate myself with your sister if I were you. Lock him in, boys. We got him.
What? What are you talking about? Who are you? The fuck? Let go of me! What the fuck? Hey! Hey! I didn't even do anything! Let go of me! Let go! What the fuck? Are those the cops you were telling me about?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I think I'm ready to see this guy now.
I can take you to him if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
At last. Welcome, Natsumi. As you no doubt have guessed, I am Wakana.
I never would have guessed your name is Wakana. And also, why are you talking like Morpheus from the Matrix movies?
I get that a lot. Please, come. Sit. I imagine that right now, you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole, hmm?
I mean, I nearly got jumped in a Walmart this afternoon, so yeah, I guess that's one way to put it.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of someone who's let curiosity get the best of him. Or, more specifically, a man who has been falling down the bottomless pit that we call idle hell, going deeper and deeper and deeper until the end of time. Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Natsumi?
Yeah, I guess I believe in fate. Wait, how do you know about Idle Hell?
I know everything we need to know about school idols. In fact, I know everything about you. I've seen your Love Live reviews, Natsumi. Something tells me that you have a bone to pick with our kind.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm flattered you watch my videos, but if this is some kind of elaborate obsessive fan kidnapping, then my brother in Christ, you've picked the wrong guy to mess with.
Then I suppose we should put your arrogance to the test. Tell me, Natsumi, are you aware of the story of the Nijigasaki High School Idol Club?
I suppose so, yeah. I mean, I did watch the anime recently in preparation for this review. Both seasons, too.
Mm-hmm. I see. Perhaps you can tell me how you feel about it.
What, you mean both seasons, or the anime in general?
I suggest we start from the beginning. The first season, if you will. An in-depth analysis will suffice.
I see. Well, I guess I can start by saying... This anime also exists! Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. Well, this franchise really likes to have its long-ass titles, huh? This is a very different project compared to Muse and Aqua, because the Nijigasaki group was actually introduced as part of a Love Live mobile game in 2017, under the codename Perfect Dream Project. This mobile game was later revealed to be called Love Live School Idol Festival All-Stars, aka SIFAS, a spin-off of the wildly successful School Idol Festival rhythm game that you probably played a lot back in high school. Don't lie, we've all been there at least once or twice in our lives. In fact, some of the characters in this group originally appeared as SR cards in that game before becoming major Love Live characters themselves. And even with all that said and done, do know that I am not here to talk about the Love Live games. I'm here to talk about the Love Live animes. Which begs the question, is the Nijigasaki anime any good? Well, from what I've heard, it's arguably the worst of the four in this franchise, so you do the math. When the Nijigasaki High School Idol Club, which we'll call by their preferred nickname Nijikaku since it rolls off the tongue better, debuted with 9 members as part of All-Star's initial launch in 2019, an anime adaptation followed over a year later. Yeah, real perfect fucking timing on that one, guys. It was set to tell a brand new story for the group, completely different from how they were first introduced in SIFAS, almost like an alternate origin story of some sorts. The Nijigaku anime is not good. Like, That may sound like a hot take to some of you Love Live fans watching this, but then again, I said that Love Live Sunshine was fine, so take some of my opinions with a grain of salt. Say what you will about SIP and Sunshine, but at least they were fun and entertaining comfort animes that you could enjoy even if you're not all that interested in school idols. Nijigasaki is basically Love Live without any of the fun or charm that made it so appealing in the first place. And instead, you get a bland and joyless slog of a 2-season, 26-episode school idol anime slop nothing burger. And I know I've joked a lot in this series so far about how I watch Love Live animes instead of the big TV shows and animes everyone else is talking about, but this time, boy oh boy, do I really regret watching this. Now, just to be clear, I didn't hate watch this, and I think hate watching is absolutely stupid as a concept. I watched this anime with an open mind, since I actually really like the Nijigasaki girls quite a bit, and I really just wanted to kick back and enjoy this as someone who's been a Love Live fan for quite some time now. Finishing this anime made me wish I was watching The Bear or Invincible instead. But then again, a writer's strike happened since the last time I reviewed a Love Live anime, and it's gonna take a long while for TV to recover from that, so unfortunately, this will have to do it for now. Now, I could be talking about older shows instead, like The Sopranos or Game of Thrones, as a better use of my time. But to quote Eric Andre from his first appearance in Hot Ones,
"You gotta give the internet what they want."
I am not gonna enjoy this. So, without further ado, let's get this over with. This is Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. The first thing you should know about Season 1 is that the first few episodes are a lot more character-driven, sort of. It's a lot more experimental than the previous projects because unlike Muse and Aqua, Nijigasaki isn't really a group per se, but really more like a club filled with different kinds of aspiring school idols, hence the name the Nijigasaki High School Idol Club. I talked to some of my mutuals before writing this review, and they told me that I should play Sifas first since this anime is sort of an extension to the game's story. Something they should have told me months ago now that Bushiroad shut down the game for no reason whatsoever. Was the game really that bad? Because I played some of it and I thought it was fine. I liked the 3D models and their performances quite a bit. Yeah, the gameplay isn't as good as School Idol Festival, but I still had a bit of fun with it regardless. And with that aside, I want to review the anime on its own merits, which is probably the only way to fully appreciate the Nijigasaki idols' backstories now that Sifas is basically dead. That game didn't even last half a decade, by the way. So Season 1 starts with our protagonist? Yu Takasaki, who's the anime equivalent to the unnamed protagonist in Sifas, aka Yu. Get it? Yu was named after you. Yeah, I'll see myself out. She's been best friends with Ayumu Uehara since childhood, and one day while having their average we are totally friends and not in love with each other hangout, they discover that a school idol is performing to an audience nearby. This school idol is Setsuna Yuki, a Love Live girl so nice they cast her twice. Yu goes through the transformation of your average Love Live fan as she becomes infatuated with school idols after seeing Setsuna's performance. When she and Ayumu discover that Setsuna is also studying in their school, they head back to try and find her in the school idol club, where they come across Student Council President Nana Nakagawa, who tells them both that not only is the school idol club gone, but so has Setsuna herself. Credit where it's due, though. She doesn't outright hate school idols, so I guess that's a plus. And then Ayumu decides that she wants to be a school idol herself, even though it's roughly been a week since they saw Setsuna's performance. That's gotta be a new record of some sorts, right? And then we get a musical number. Yeah, the next few episodes are like this. We meet a new member of the idol club, there's a sad melodramatic moment near the end, and then she finds some newfound motivation to sing a musical number in public. We are reaching High School Musical levels of laughably nonsensical with this one. We then meet... Oh no. We then meet one of the idol club's old members, Kasumi Nakasu. Some of you might know her as my roommate, has been for a while now as well. Some of you might know her for having some really weird movie takes over the past year or so. And the rest of you guys might know her for being the self-proclaimed cutest idol in the universe, a title that I'm still not sure she rightfully deserves to this very day when Sakura Miyawaki exists. And I guess she used to be part of the school idol club? Apparently she helped boost her club's appeal with self-introduction videos for herself and Ayumu, even if she allegedly embarrassed her into pretending to be a cute bunny for clout. Well, I mean, she did save her school idol club, so I guess this makes up for that one time she tried to cook beefsteak for lunch and nearly burned down our apartment. I asked for medium rare, not charcoal! And then musical number. Get this right. Remember that weird monotone student council president from the previous few episodes? Well, in a completely unexpected plot twist, she turns out to be none other than the energetic school idol who performed live in a public area with pyrokinetics. Oh my god, what a twist! Next, you'll say you were Darth Sidious all along before killing all the Jedi and turning one of them to the dark side.
Why am I out of breath? I didn't even do anything.
I don't f***ing know, okay? I'm not some Sith Lord who knows everything. Now come help me eject my SD card from my shit laptop.
Setsuna also reveals that she quit being a school idol after an incident in the original school idol club where she pushed her friends a tad bit too far. Speaking of which, god damn it. Random School Idol Drama! We then get yet another rooftop moment between our protagonist and one of the idols. That was fast. Only this time with a little more melodrama, less slapping, and a bit more gay stuff. No, seriously. This anime is loaded with the least subtle Yuri innuendos in the entire franchise. And while previous projects are no stranger to stuff like this, Nijigaku cranks this shit up to 11, that they don't even try to hide it by the end. $100 says they made out off screen. Anyways, Setsuna is sad because her old idol club wasn't good enough for Love Live. But Yu is like, then don't join Love Live. Oops. I mean, just be yourself and be happy because I love you, even though I've barely known you for over a month, and I love your music and I love your smile, and you should just be the best version of yourself, you know? Which Setsuna does. And then musical number. Yeah, I don't know about that, girl. I think you kind of gave it away to everyone by accident. There are people who could see you from down there, you know? Take the Pun Queen, for example. This is Ai Miyashita, a girl who loves puns so much that I wouldn't be surprised if her favorite movie turned out to be Batman and Robin.
Let's kick some ice.
That jog made my emotions run high, cause you know, jogging. We may be the school idol club, but we can't just wait idly by. Please stop.
She's athletic, cheerful, hot, helped out with a lot of the school sports clubs, and yeah, that's about it, really. This leads me to one of my biggest problems with the anime. It's so boring! There's nothing wrong with a show that doesn't have a lot going on, as long as you do something fun or silly or interesting with it. Seinfeld is one of the best sitcoms of all time, and its tagline literally says that it's the show about nothing.
Well, what's the show about? It's about nothing. No story? No, forget the story. You gotta have a story. Who says you gotta have a story?
Other sitcoms like Friends or slice of life animes like K-On! Also kind of make up for this by being silly and funny. There were times when the previous projects were like this too, but as I said before, the filler episodes made up for it by being fun and letting us vibe with these girls, making them likable and relatable, and getting us to connect with them even more. Nijigaku does not do that. Matter of fact, I'm struggling to write anything interesting about Ai Miyashita because she does or learns jack shit this entire episode. Aren't we supposed to know who she is and why she wants to be a school idol? Even the Wikipedia page for this anime barely has anything to say about this episode or her character development in general. And when the anime does something, it's usually a moment that's overly melodramatic, even by Love Live standards. And it feels like it belongs on a shitty high school drama show on the CW. At least the musical number is nice, I guess. Apparently they put more thought into the MVs than the anime itself. You know how music videos would sometimes have these long, extended intros with dialogue that feels like their only purpose is to just get you ready for the song? Yeah, that's what this anime feels like sometimes. The same can be said for Emma Verde. The only things we learn in her own episode is that A, she comes from Switzerland, B, she likes bread, and C, she has a bunch of baby goats back home.
Your family has baby goats back home?
Yeah. And when I was a little girl, I'd sing to them every chance I got.
And that's about everything you need to know about her character. I mean, okay, I guess. Why does she want to be a school idol? What's her deal? Honest to God, I've learned more about Katana in Suicide Squad than they have about a vast majority of these girls so far.
This is Katana. She's got my back. She can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
Even her musical number's not that interesting. Like, isn't the whole point of Nijigasaki is that every school idol sounds different from another? Then why do most of the songs sound the same? And she's from Switzerland, right? You don't think it'd be a lot more interesting if her solo number took even a little bit of inspiration from the music of her native country? I mean, we got famous Swiss musicians like DJ Bobo and Beatrice Egli and Anna Murphy. Do any of those names ring a bell to you guys? No? I mean, late Tina Turner had Swiss citizenship, so she technically counts, right? But at least we get Turina Tenoji, aka Best Girl. It should come to no surprise that her episode is the best one in this entire season. But whether or not you're Arena stan, you have to admit that this episode is actually pretty good. Like, we actually get to learn a lot about her, and most of this episode seems to be from her perspective. I did an AMV of her before too, so at least there's something interesting I can talk about here. Serena Tenoji is not like the other idols since she's not very good at expressing herself. Her friends at the school idol club try to help her out until she runs back home and hides in the cardboard box, afraid that she'll never change and make up for her inability to express herself to others. Ai then hugs her in a cardboard box, and then they make a little LED monitor mask thingy that hides her face during performances. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother writing a decent joke for this one. And then musical number. It's a cute and wholesome episode that shows how anyone can be a school idol, even if you're not that good at connecting with other people. Even the musical number's lyrics blatantly express this, even if they sound like a song Weezer would have written 25 years ago. Too bad we have to go back to the boring stuff after this. So boring, in fact. One of the girl's personalities is that she literally naps a lot.
Hey, sis, are you okay? Don't you worry. We have a pillow with our name on it.
This is Kanata Konoe, a literal sleeping beauty. And that's it. That's her entire character. She has a part-time job and regularly takes care of her younger sister Haruka, who wants to be a school idol herself. I think you know where this is going. Random School Idol Drama! Haruka wants to quit being a school idol when she realizes the truth about her overworked sister, sleeping on her friend's very thick thighs as pillows.
Who's a good kitty? I am, meow.
And the school idol club tries to do everything to stop her from quitting. The exact same thing just happened 4 episodes ago, by the way. And then musical number. Then we meet Shizuku Osaka, an aspiring actress from the drama club auditioning for the lead role in a play, only to be told by her club president that she'll be replaced by someone else. This leads to Shizuku getting worried that people wouldn't like her and that she wouldn't be able to reveal her quote-unquote true self to others.
The biggest reason I like acting is because of how it makes me feel. I stop worrying about what others think. I forget the fact that I'm Shizuku Osaka for a while.
Theater kids, man. Next thing you tell me is that she's also a 21 Pilots stan. But all that gets quickly resolved anyway when Shizuku takes back the lead role in the least subtle play within the show since that one stage play Lexi wrote in Euphoria Season 2.
Wait, is this fucking play about us?
You know, the one with the I Need a Hero needle drop, Cassie loses her mind on stage, and then Maddie beats her up in front of the audience. Yeah, whatever, that season wasn't that good anyway. But in the meantime, here's even more gay stuff. As a treat. Come to think of it, when you look at this anime as an over-the-top Yuri drama, then it's actually not so bad. Oh yeah, and musical number. And last but not least, we have Karen Asaka, one of the few Karens in the world that isn't a total nutcase who needs to speak to the manager. Oh, sir. This one's an idol who is also a model from time to time, and despite coming off as mature and sexy, turns out to also have a cute and clumsy side to her. So, Miyu Kubota? Well, you know what they say. Life imitates art. Or is it the other way around? Who knows anymore, really? Oh yeah, I almost forgot! This anime also has a plot! Okay, so basically Kanata's younger sister invites the club to this music festival that isn't Summer Sonic or Coachella or Woodstock 99. Okay, maybe it's a good thing they aren't going with that last one. However, only one of the members from the club can participate and sing up to 3 songs on stage. This causes a little bit of tension among the girls since they're all solo idols, before Ayumu, Yu, and Satsuna monologue their way to have Karen become the club's representative for the festival. And then musical number. Oh, and also there's some drama going on with Karen, but at this point it's become so repetitive and one note that even I'm running out of things to say about the anime's emotional moments thus far. Sunshine feels so long ago now. But that doesn't matter because now that we sorta know who all of these girls are and what they do, this pretty much means that we can talk about the rest of Season 1 with ease. And you know what that means? That's right, it's time to talk about the summer episode. I feel like it's worth pointing out now that every Love Live anime does this, where after a large chunk of the episode is detailing who the girls are and what's going on, there usually be a filler episode coasting off of summer vibes and your parasocial relationships with a bunch of fictional anime school idols. And Nijigasaki Showcase is no exception. The girls get ready for a summer training camp inside their school, probably because animating the girls on a hot summer day at the beach would be too expensive and time-consuming. I feel like it's also worth pointing out that to some of you Love Live fans watching this video right now, this is the episode where Ayumu goes from a supportive childhood friend to a yandere in the making. Like, honest to God, roughly 75% of the second half of Season 1 is just filled with shots of Ayumu looking uncomfortable every time Yu is with another girl. I won't lie though, a yandere Yuri anime would be kind of fire, I'd say. And you have to remember that she's based on the protagonist in Sifas, aka Yu, the player. So logically speaking, Ayumu is basically obsessed with you. Jesus Christ, and I thought just Monica was bad. And then they swim in a pool, so this technically counts as a beach episode, right? And then Yu has a long-ass monologue about organizing a school idol festival. They did it, everyone. They said the thing. They said it couldn't be done, but these sons of bitches did it. The girls then try to convince the student council to make the school idol festival a reality, which they approve of, obviously. I mean, they literally have a school idol as their president, for crying out loud. Oh, and apparently Kasumi made this thing. Huh. I mean, I'll give it this. It looks cute. Not bad for a roommate who nearly tried to burn down my apartment trying to cook us macaroni and cheese. Jesus Christ, Kasumi, how do you fuck up microwaving craft dinner? Oh, and also this is where the anime goes from a school idol melodrama with some Yuri to a school idol melodrama with even more Yuri. I mean, it's no blooming to you, but I'll take what I can get, I suppose. I mean, come on, they're not even being so subtle about it. If these shots don't indicate to you that Ayumu is gay for you, then my brother in Christ, you probably have the media literacy of a goldfish.
The last time we talked about dreams together, you said you'd stay by my side and see mine through with me. Oh, the only person I want to be a school idol for is you. So please, please just be mine.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
And if you're starting to get even a little bit fed up with all of this random school idol drama sprinkled all throughout the season, well, too bad, because this next episode's got at least one more in them. Ayumu is really in love with Yu, as she expresses her worries that she may be spending a little too much time with the other girls, especially the one that made them both fall in love with school idols in the first place. And no disrespect to all the Ayumu stans out there, but seriously now. Would you prefer a boring but cute and supportive best friend who would gladly act like a buddy for your own entertainment, or a cool school idol who loves anime and explosions? I'm just spitballing here, but, you know, I'm just saying that it shouldn't be that hard of a choice. You and Ayumu make up anyway. For the love of God, just kiss already! Musical number, and then Season 1 ends with a medley of the girls' insert songs, while the school idol festival goes well. Except for that one time the girls nearly came face to face with the school idol's worst enemy. Rain.
Shoot, it's raining!
So Hanukkah just randomly cleared up the rain that one time, but not when Aqua and Nijigaku were trying to perform on stage. Season 1 of Nijigasaki is the worst season of Love Live by a long shot. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised I didn't end up hating this to death like I thought I would. But don't be fooled, because I personally think that this season is really flawed. Episode 1 starts out with some promise, I'll give it that. But a large chunk of this season is rather bland, directionless, and boring as hell. And that's when they're not suffocating you with some of the cheesiest and most overdramatic moments in the entire franchise. I guess it gets a little better by the time the Nijigasaki girls have their little summer camp and school idol festival, but by the time you reach that point in the season, you can't help but feel a bit ripped off. But that's just me, I guess. I guess they were trying to be something like, oh, I don't know, Ted Lasso, another comfort show about teamwork that balances wholesome fun vibes and serious character drama. Great show, by the way. It's on Apple TV Plus if anyone wants to give it a watch. But here's where I think Ted Lasso succeeded, in which Nijigasaki Season 1 failed. And it's that Ted Lasso felt sincere. It did well making these characters feel like flawed human beings with hearts of gold. It did well making you care about the team members on and off the field. Well, for the first season at least. And the drama felt earned and realistic and not over the top, to the point where it didn't feel like the show was forcing you to cry your eyes out. Again, Nijigasaki is different. At least it doesn't feel like the same story all over again, like how it felt sometimes with Sunshine, nor did it try to remind you of how better things were in the past. To be fair though, the season was seriously lacking a Kana Matsura cameo. The culmination of the season was about the School Idol Festival after all.
Dear God, this is worse than I thought.
What do you mean by that?
It seems to me that you don't seem to be a devout believer in school idols, and if this continues, worst case scenario is that you end up like them. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something, but you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Wrong. I'm talking about Love Live. Do you want to know what it is? Love Live is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world you have pulled over your own eyes to blind yourself from the truth.
What truth?
That you love school idols, Natsumi. Like everyone else, you voluntarily fell into this rabbit hole, the bottomless pit where school idols reign supreme. Novocaine for the weeaboo mind. Unfortunately, no one can be told what Love Live really is about. You have to see it for yourself. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue gummy, the story ends. You wake up in your bed, believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red gummy, you stay in idle hell, and I show you how deep the pipeline goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
No.
How do you feel?
It's alright, I guess. I gotta be honest with you, man. This edible ain't... I can't move.
That was a Flintstone vitamin gummy you just ate. I always enjoy seeing people's reactions after eating that stuff. That expired 5 years ago, by the way. Have you ever had a dream, Natsumi, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world? Welcome to the real world.
お餅食べ過ぎたら太る？ぽっちゃりかすみも可愛いですし。で、盛り上がっていきましょう。
Are you Kasumi Nakasu?
行くよ。
We'd like you to come with us.
Am I dead?
Far from it.
Where am I?
Don't worry, you're safe and sound. In here, at least. This is our ship, the Leela. And outside is a world where the school idols don't exist. And if they do, they're dead meat to the agents at this point.
Oh.
Rest, Natsumi. The answers are coming.
So, this is new. I guess I'm gonna be stuck here for a little while until I can figure out exactly what's happening around here. But until then, I guess I can continue tearing this anime a new asshole for your own entertainment, without pissing you Love Live fans off too much. Or so I hope. Season 2 actually starts out with what might probably be the hardest opening in Love Live history. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll admit, that was actually well done. They even have a nod to Reservoir Dogs, which is completely out of field. Did this anime just get good? This is where we're introduced to the 3 new girls in Nijigasaki. Lan Shushong, an aspiring school idol from Hong Kong. Shoriko Mifune, Mocha Koizumi's latest attempt to star in every popular idol anime until everyone forgets about that time she accidentally showered her iPhone. And Mia Taylor, the English-speaking one.
I gotta use this. Hey, kitty. Why? What does she want? You brought me to the best place.
Hi everyone, you can comment in English if you want as well. I'll be reading them for you. Eh?
She also says shit a lot in Sifas.
Shit!
The Nijigasaki girls try to kick things off with a promotional video they made for the upcoming second School Idol Festival, because video game tie-in, only to end up playing an outtake reel instead. This is why I never let Kasumi edit my videos. But no worries, because Lanshu is here to save the day by performing what might be one of the hardest songs in Love Live ever. Like, no joke, Utopia is kind of a banger. And then she bets that she'll gain more clout in the next festival than the Nijigasaki girls. Yeah, I think this anime just got good. The next episode sees the club planning out a join concert with an international academy. The girls try to get Lanju to join, but she's like, nah, fuck you, I'm going solo. Kasumi and company respond to this in the most civil and humble manner possible by stalking her. Because that's totally a normal thing to do when a rival solo idol says no to your join concert invite. They get caught in the act, obviously, although I'm surprised it took this long for them to get caught red-handed, considering how awful Kasumi is at sneaking around. But Lanshu seems to be pretty chill about it, and she invites them over to her $1 million mansion. Where have I seen this before? Kasumi, Emma, Rina, and Kanata then try to gaslight Lanshu into joining the club, but she still says no, so they decide to band together and do the joint concert themselves. This leads us to the formation of the club's main subunits, Quartz, with the 4, Diver Diva, and Azuna. The Quartz girls begin to have more hangouts and sleepovers more often, while Kasumi continues to haunt me with Vietnam flashbacks to when she first moved into my apartment and became my roommate.
These must be your photo albums, huh, Kasumi? That one's not finished, so you should drop it right now! You're so cute! Let a horrible picture away and forget about it! It's the best thing I've ever seen! And get your eyes checked!
Let's just say we've had a lot of history over the past year or so. I wonder how she's doing back home, by the way. I hope she didn't try to cook beef steak all by herself again. Oh yeah, and there's also Yu's little music class side quest where she's trying to come up with an original piano piece for her assignment with the help of Mia. I mean, if it gives her something to do throughout the season, then so be it. The joint festival is a success, we get another musical number, and Yu plays her piece, which sounds oddly familiar, and I just can't seem to put my finger on it, but I swear I've heard this one a lot lately. Meanwhile, Karen goes shopping with Ai and her close friend, who was recently discharged from the hospital. Now, full disclosure, I didn't play a lot of Sifas, which apparently provides a lot of context for this anime, so I had to do a bit of research on who this girl is, and apparently she's also a character in the game. I don't know how her character plays out in Sifas, let alone Ai's little side stories in that game, but here in the anime, I guess she was very close with Ai when she was a kid, and so when she left to become a school idol, she became very lonely and sad, much like everybody else in this fucking anime, I guess.
You're doing your best as a school idol, and here I am bringing you down. How selfish is that?
On that note, I don't mind this anime being much more serious in tone than the other Love Life projects. It's just that for the most part, the serious moments in Nijigasaki come off too safe and sappy and one-dimensional, to the point where they feel about as deep as a kiddie pool. A friend of mine once said that the anime is supposed to be an emotional love letter to the fans who've stuck around with this franchise for over a decade, and they would have loved it if it dived a little deeper into that emotionally and really took the opportunity to flesh out these characters more, but they just didn't. Because God forbid taking some risks with these characters and destroying the hearts of many idol otakus in the process. I mean, hey, it's not like Western pop culture is all that interested in taking big risks either. And it's the abundance of random school idol drama like this that make many of these episodes so hard to sit through. Especially this one, where it just feels like somebody ordered "I want to eat your pancreas" off of Wish. Anyways, I nearly quit being a school idol until Karen's cuteness makes her do a complete 180, and then they team up to form their own subunit, and then they do a musical number where I turns out to be a surprisingly decent rapper. Still better than Macklemore, at least. Meanwhile, Shizuku wants to start a subunit of her own with Ayumu and Tatsuna, through a script she wrote for what's supposedly a Yuri fantasy fanfiction stage play. Admit it, you would watch it too. We also get a solid reminder that Ayumu does not really like to see Yu hang out with other school idols, when she goes full Columbo on her, while she spends the day hanging out with Shizuku. Tatsuna eventually catches her spying on them, and they play along, continuing to spy on the two until a kid with a balloon gets themselves caught spying on them. I guess these girls must really like stalking their own friends, even though it's pretty clear they suck at being stealthy about it. The four spend the rest of the day vibing. They go see a hero play and visit a school idol exhibit, which unfortunately doesn't have any Muse or Aqua memorabilia for some reason. Lanshu also just so happens to be there as well, so that the plot could move forward. And also she could give you a monologue so cold and harsh, I'm surprised she wasn't voiced by J.K. Simmons in this scene.
You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die! Think, Mark! You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone.
Shizuku takes the blame for it, but the other girls cheer her up by spending the rest of this episode ad-libbing her play, just so we wouldn't have to deal with even more random school idol drama for a while.
Fiendish woman! I would never forget your face!
Know this. I do not regret turning you into the horrible creature you are, because now, you have a kind heart that never would have existed inside of a handsome prince.
I'm gonna tell my kids this was Hamilton. Some stuff happens with the School Idol Festival. Apparently it gets postponed because too many people signed up for it, and also, the other schools' cultural festivals are also happening on the same week. Yeah, I don't really care about this, and neither do you, probably. Shoriko accidentally finds out that Setsuna and Nana are the same person when she follows her to the school idol club, and I find it funny that she panics about it as if she just found out that Walter White also turned out to be Heisenberg. Also, mad respect for Ayumu and Shizuku for defending her. Those girls are the MVPs, no cap. Shoriko agrees to keep it a secret, which becomes completely pointless when Setsuna decides to reveal her true identity to her mother and the rest of the school anyway. Once again, a classic case of art imitating life. Or is it the other way around? I still can't tell. Shizuku's dream subunit comes true, and then they have a cute musical number. The second school idol festival commences as the girls also learn that Shoriko used to look up to her older sister when she used to be a school idol, but turned her back on being one herself when her sister failed to qualify for Love Live. More random school idol drama follows, sister edition. Shoriko and Leia would be good friends, but the club and her sister tell her to believe, which makes Shoriko change her mind and become a school idol herself. Also musical number.
I don't know how to feel about this, Wakana.
What do you mean?
What if he isn't the chosen one? What if he fails to stop Ween's reign of terror?
Just keep believing, Tomari. I believe your sister will save us all, as I always have.
Fingers crossed, then.
At the end of the second school idol festival, Yu suffers from writer's block as she struggles to, find her thrill, while Lanshu continues to one-up the school idol club with her performances. Oh, and, you know that scene where the small boat is trying to go through the water slide but gets stuck halfway through? It's kind of a perfect metaphor for this entire anime when you start to think about it. The second season continues to come off like a snake going in circles and biting its own tail as Yu struggles to write a song for the festival which both expresses her unconditional love for the school idol club and pleasing the fans, which I can only assume also includes people like us. But Mia is like, yeah, just do exactly that. Yu finds her thrill after having a bunch of flashbacks through her school idol friends' performances, and with the help of Mia once again, ends the school idol festival on a high note with what's canonically the very first Nijigasaki song, Tokimeki Runners. The performance goes so well that it angers Lanju as she prepares to return to Hong Kong. Here we go. So Lanju cries out to Mia that she tried to reach her hand out to the sky, hoping she could reach it, but she couldn't. And then Mia tries to make up for this by writing one more song for her, which doesn't go well. And then Mia gets pissed about it, saying she just wants to be famous for her music because she comes from a famous music family and she had an incident where she experienced stage fright. And yeah, this is the worst episode so far. This episode really bashes you over the head with this stupid and shallow school idol drama that's supposed to make you feel bad for these girls and make you go, what's my precious little school idols? I can't believe this is happening. Look, I don't want to come off like I hate every single thing about this anime, which is completely false. I will reiterate that hate watching as a concept is just really stupid. I really wanted to like this anime, but for the most part, it's just one giant nothing burger. The previous animes had serious moments too, yeah, but here's the thing. They felt earned. The drama in SIP worked because it was pretty clear Muse couldn't be together forever when the third years were graduating, and it worked in Sunshine because Aqua did everything they could to save their school, and they still couldn't get enough applicants to stop it from closing down. The drama in Love Live works best when these idols get a big fat reality check and have to accept that not everything will go their way. They get you to care so much for these girls and their efforts to make it big. Here the drama in Nijigasaki boils down to, I tried to reach out to the sky with my hand and I can't. I'm sorry, but it just bothers me so much, and it doesn't make up for a vast majority of this anime being so lifeless and dull. And then the girls have to stop one of their own idol friends from leaving for the airport. Again, mind you. And then Mia shows up at the last minute to tell her to stay. And then we get what's arguably the worst Love Live song I've ever heard. The vocals are good, I'll give it that. But dear God, the autotune is just really insufferable.
Take your hand out, we can reach. Always been there to be free. It's getting loud onto West Street. We're starting this brighter tomorrow. Try this.
It sounds like 2015 generic YouTuber intro music. And don't get me wrong, Mia Taylor has made good music before. When it doesn't sound like this, the only good memory I have of this song was when I made Brad Taste in Music listen to it, and this was all he had to say.
I'm gonna say something that might be controversial to one person here, and that one person is Peruko. As shitty as this song is, it still sounds like this person is taking it about 1,000 times more seriously than Demon Dice. Literally, it's amazing how that music has reframed this into actually sounding like listenable crap, because that shit is so unbearably unlistenable and terrible. I'd overall give this a red headphones, but still significantly better than Demon Dice.
Jesus, Japanese.
So the drama only gets good at the end when Lanju admits that she can't make friends with anyone, which is why she wanted to be a solo idol, which should have been the episode's main focus instead of reaching out your hand to the fucking sky. But the other girls admit she changed all their lives, and then Mia and Lanju join Nijigasaki. Yay! And then we get to vibe with the girls some more, while Kasumi continues to fill me with so much regret for taking her in as my roommate. She likes Drake. As they go around the city playing a Pokemon Go ripoff. Hey, when did this episode come out again? So, 6 years too late. Got it. Then Nijigasaki becomes an official club, while Karen gets sad because of the inevitability that the third years would have to leave their school soon. Even though the third years of Muse and Aqua are still around, so don't know why they need to be all that upset about it. If you're a third year student and you're part of a group, then you pretty much get to stay a school idol forever. That's a Love Live guarantee, I can tell you that now. The girls help out Kanata by cheering for her younger sister's big performance, while Ayumu gets an email that she should go to London. Is that a threat? I think that might be a threat. Okay, but not really, since it's more of an exchange program, and she can also get the chance to meet up with some of her biggest fans overseas, and potentially go meet Liam Gallagher in person while she's at it. I wonder what he has to say about her club's music.
Not for me, Mum.
Anything in particular you don't like about it?
Nah, a lot of it, all of it.
I thought this anime was gonna be good, man. When Lanju showed up and performed Utopia, it gave me the feeling that there was just so much promise here. And then they completely shit the bed with all of this random school idol drama that means little to nothing when you dive deeper into it. And you could bring over my complaint to the first season as well. This anime could have been a massive opportunity to truly flesh out these characters better than CFAS ever could, and put them on the same pedestal as Muse and Aqua like they rightfully deserve to. But I guess none of that matters, now that we're here. In the last episode of Nijigasaki to date, the Nijigasaki School Idol Club is now complete, and they're on their way to perform in their second School Idol Festival. There's lots of weight resting on these girls' shoulders, especially when Ayumu is about to leave for London soon. So, how does the finale tie up all these loose ends? Well, we first start off with the club staring in awe at their own memorabilia. Okay, so it looks like a wholesome love letter to the Love Live fans. Quite a strong way to get the ball rolling, I guess. We have a pretty cute and uplifting moment of the girls sharing some camaraderie and hyping themselves up before going on stage. Alright? And then a large chunk of this episode is dedicated to a medley of songs from all the girls. There's even a moment where Mia, Lanchu, and Shoriko have a little rebirth moment on stage, pun intended. We have an emotional moment behind the curtain where the Niji girls consider Yu to be an idol, even though she's only their musical composer, much like how Sir George Martin was considered to be the fifth Beatle. It's a very uplifting and emotionally powerful moment for the girls that's actually satisfying and sticks with you. The medley performances are great, specifically the ones from Rebirth. Wait, did this anime just get good again? Not only that, but I think this might be the best episode in the anime. Is this real? This isn't scripted, right? Like, this isn't a joke? This is actually good. This is actually good. Are we free? Are we finally free? Ah, that feels good. You know, for all the shit I've given this anime thus far, you gotta give him points for sticking the landing. I was so worried they'd fumble this bag so hard, much like they've done multiple times up until this point, but no, it's actually pretty good. The part where Yu screams out her love for the girls and gets some looks from the crowd before Ayumu brings her up on stage is pretty damn powerful. The final musical number is pretty good, and they even give a shout out to my home country, the Philippines. But again, by the time you reach the very end, you can't help but feel a little bummed out. I'll give this season points for trying to tap back into the manic energy of the previous projects, but it's just barely there. Half the time, it's still so bogged down by random school idol drama that, unless you're a hardcore fan of this group somehow, it doesn't even matter. I genuinely forgot that I had a best friend. Was she even in the final episode? Oh, there she is. But even then, I barely noticed her the first time. I had to rewind just to check for myself. Episode 1 starts out with some promise, I'll give it that. But a large chunk of the season is rather bland, directionless, and boring as hell. And that's when they're not suffocating you with some of the cheesiest and most overdramatic moments in the entire franchise. And if this sounds oddly familiar to you, it's because I'm running out of things to say about this anime that I haven't said yet. Not even the Love Live wiki page bothered to give any of these episode summaries. Mind you, it's been over a year since this season first aired, and it seems like the only standout moments here are when it gets to the MVs. And that's how this anime comes off to me in a nutshell. Extended music video intros that barely function together as a cohesive story. Again, if there are people out there who like this, live your lives. I can understand people being fans of this anime even if they're 100% going to disagree with everything I've said about it. Yeah, I can see you all right now typing on your keyboards angry that I said Stars with Chains was a bad song. Because it is! And you know what else sucks? This Chosen One bullshit. Like, I'm being told that all of a sudden the world is gonna end just because there are people out there who don't like school idols, and now I'm the one that has to save it. Piss off.
It's time.
In exactly 24 hours, Ween is going to destroy our school idol world as we know it until it ends up exactly like this one. His army is growing bigger and stronger by the minute, and if we don't stop him now, this could mark the end of Love Live as we know it.
And how do you think we can stop him?
I don't know, but the source knows, and the only way we can know for sure is if he can figure out a way to get to him before it's too late. Come along this way. We're running out of time.
Natsu, good luck. We're all counting on you.
This way.
Kasumi? Jesus Christ, what happened to you? How did you even end up here, and who did this to you?
先輩、ここで待っててください。私、置き傘取ってくるので。
Kasumi, I'm sorry, okay? It's just that the lines in Walmart were really, really long. I knew I should have gone to Tesco instead.
Oh, I don't think we'll be needing any of these apologies from you, Mr. Onitsuka.
Ween.
Yes, missed me.
Let her go, Ween.
And if I don't, then let me guess. I die, right? In that case, do it. Shoot me. It's not like my millions of clones are gonna come here and kill you for me. Oh, wait a minute.
They're right behind me, aren't they?
Yep.
I always come prepared. You know, it's funny, because I was once a lot like you. All of you. Ambitious, determined, passionate. All I ever wanted was to make it into some stupid music academy in Vienna. But let's just say the entrance exam had other plans for me. Then my parents told me that if I won this little competition called Love Live, then I could get another chance. Make my parents proud and be the very best version of myself I could ever be.
Shibuya Kanon! Shibuya Kanon!
Then I lost. To a bunch of school idols, mind you. It was a humiliating defeat.
私はこの結果を認めない
So I did what I had to do and killed them. I killed them all. I'm surprised there's even a small portion of your kind left here. And I'm not gonna rest until each and every one of you is extinct, because from my point of view, there is no place for scum like you in this world. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate this place, this zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer. It's the smell, if there is such a thing. I feel saturated by it. I can taste your stink, and every time I do, I feel I have somehow been infected by it. It's repulsive. I must get out of here. I must get free, and in her mind is the key. My key. Once Love Live is no more, there is no need for me to be here. Don't you understand? I need the codes. I have to end Love Live, and you have to tell me how. You are going to tell me, or all of you are going to die. I am going to enjoy watching you die, Mr. Onitsuka. Get him.
Get Kasumi to the ship.
さあ、お兄さんとか怖いですよ。
If you strike me down, I will become stronger than you could possibly imagine.
I bet.
Hello, Natsume.
Who are you?
I am Yu Takasaki, but you could call me the Architect. I am the creator of Love Live, and I've been waiting for you. I'm sure you have many questions, but perhaps the one that comes to your mind the most is, why? Who are you exactly, and why am I here? Well, Perhaps I can be of service and tell you everything you need to know. I've watched all your reviews, Natsumi. I've listened to each and every word you've had to say about my creations. You are the eventuality of an anomaly, proven by your disregard of school idols, which seems to come from a big misunderstanding as to why I even created Love Live in the first place.
What do you mean by that?
Do you ever think about how much your world is plagued with so much chaos, politics, wars, hatred, greed, and many, many more? They don't just disgust me, they sadden me. I knew deep down this wasn't a world that poor souls like us wanted to live in. We all wanted a place to escape, a place we could find peace and solace in, a place to call home. Ergo, when I saw Setsuna Yuki perform on stage, it hit me. Our shared love of school idols was the one thing keeping this world alive and well. And I've seen it in people like you, when you come together and watch your favorite idols perform on stage, as you wave your glow sticks with so much love and joy, free from all the pain that the monotony of the world has brought upon you, even if it is only temporary. It was at this moment I knew Love Live was more than just a magazine or an anime franchise. It was an experience. And I see that my creation is about to meet its doomed and bitter end at the hands of someone who doesn't share the same love for school idols as I and many others do.
Ween?
No. You. You didn't seem to love the first Love Live too well, and you called its successor mediocre. And considering that you have almost nothing but negative things to say about me and my personal favourite creations, that would therefore make you far more dangerous than Ween could ever hope to be. The function of the One is now to return to the source, asking him for advice as to how you can defeat someone that I perceive to be a dangerous threat to our world. Unfortunately, due to his increasingly immense power, I fear the only way you can put an end to his onslaught is to search deep within your inner feelings and admit the truth. Failure to comply with this process will result in the apocalypse, killing everyone in Love Live, which, coupled with the destruction of the real world, will ultimately result in the extinction of the entire human race.
What do you mean? What do you mean by all this? What are you talking about?
Simply speaking, if you want to defeat Ween, save your friends and the world, you have to first save yourself. And you can start by admitting how much you love school idols and Love Live just as much as the rest of us.
No. No, this can't be.
I know how you feel, Natsumi, but look at yourself in the mirror and search deep within your emotions, and you know it to be true.
I can't. I'm sorry, Architect. Look, there isn't an easy way to say this, but I just can't get myself to admit it. I'm sorry. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate Love Live at all, especially not Nijigasaki. I really like Nijigasaki as a project. I admire it for being a lot more different than the previous Love Live projects thus far, and the group being more of a school idol club than an actual group by the likes of Muse or Aqua, allowing for a larger emphasis on solo material. And there's quite a lot of Nijigasaki songs that I actually really enjoy, but the anime is deeply flawed. It feels like it's struggling to develop its own identity completely free of their video game origins. It doesn't know whether it wants to stand on its own or to come off as an extended glorified commercial for Sifas, especially now that the same game's pretty much been shut down at this point, so I really hope they weren't trying to go for the latter, otherwise that would have made this whole anime completely pointless. Much like my opinions. I'll give the anime a Simpsons At Least You Tried cake for trying their best to flesh out these girls and their motivations for being school idols, even if they come off too shallow, one-dimensional, and lifeless. To this day, I still struggle to remember everybody's names, and it seems like I'm not alone in this one. Even big anime YouTubers like ProZD, who shared his love for the franchise before and has interviewed Mia Seiyu twice, struggles to remember any of the girls from Nijigasaki, maybe because of these problems and more.
So we got Honoka, we got Nico, Ellie, Nozomi, Hanayo, Rin, Maki, Umi, and who? Oh, Kotori. Aqua. We got Chika, Rico, Mari, Kanan, Daya, Hanamaru, Yohane. Oh, what the hell's her name? The main girl. She's so boring. And there's Shizuku. I'm just naming the worst ones. I don't remember their name. Blonde, jokey one. She's like, I like jokes or whatever, like puns or whatever the fuck. I gotta look it up. Who the fuck is this? Oh, the girl from Switzerland or whatever. Emma?
Say what you will about my thoughts on this anime and the project as a whole, but there is no denying now that out of the 4 mainline Love Live animes, Nijigasaki is the worst one of them all. But don't get me wrong, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's just bad.
Well, this is rather unfortunate. It was a simple request, effective enough to save all of mankind, but it seems to me now that you've made up your mind. I'm sorry, Natsumi. I'm afraid I can't help you. If you have nothing else to say, then you are now free to leave. The exit door is that way. How disappointing. If only more people would appreciate school idols as much as I do.
Natsumi, this is Tamari. Do you copy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
We've just gotten Kasumi to safety. We're on our way back to the ship.
That's good to hear. Thank you.
Did you do it? Did you reach the source?
Yeah, I did, actually.
Well, what did he say?
No.
Oh, no.
But Tomari, listen. There's something I need to tell you.
Natsumi, what's happening? Are you okay?
You know, now that I think about it, you and I aren't so different after all. Goodbye, Mr. Onitsuka.
Natsumi, can you hear me? Natsumi, this is Tamari. Can you hear me? Natsumi! Natsumi!
Huh? What happened? Where am I? Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Haha, very funny, guys. This has gotta be some kind of revenge for saying I didn't like Nijigasaki. I just know it. Hello? Come on, guys, this isn't funny. Guys! Hello?
What's happened?
I lost him. He's gone. I'm sorry, Kasumi.
No, he isn't.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
He's in idle purgatory. His deal with the architect must have gone poorly, so I'm guessing he got exiled there as punishment.
Oh god. Oh no.
今年も1年終わりですね。
It's the world between the real world and idle hell, from what I know. Wait, does that mean my sister's still alive?
For now, I don't know what the architect did to him, but it's very clear he still needs our help.
Which means we gotta go back and save him.
栗ご飯に対抗して
Yeah? What is it, Kasumi?
海で撮影とかしてみませんか？先輩、ここで待っててください。早く行きましょう。
Kasumi, I hope you don't mind me asking, but...
行くよ。
Who exactly are we looking for?
So, how can I help? And I'm coming with you.
Also, I know this is probably not going to make it into the video, but since I created Love Live, I'm going to tell you this. Yu Takasaki is called that because she is a representation of you, the viewer. She is not a representation of me, because Tennoji Rina is literally me. For real, for real. She's just like me in every single aspect, apart from the bit where people are glad to see her. Oh, God, I'm so fucking lonely in here.